Here we go. In this episode, I'm Genji from King's Labo. Today we're restoring what's probably one of the most famous handguns made in the last century, the early 1900 seconds German Mauser C96 semi-auto pistol. Of course, we also like to call it the Boski gun. Why is it called the Boski gun? There are two explanations. First, the straightforward one. Its magazine is boxer shaped, and its holster is a wooden box divided by stock. So it's also nicknamed the box cannon or box gun. The English word box was transliterated back then as Boki, hence the nickname Boski gun. Second, functionally speaking, as a rare semi-automatic of its era, bo means to eject or fling, and ki means the shell, case. So a C96 that auto-ejects its cases naturally earned the Boski gun nickname. Between those two explanations, which sounds more plausible to you? Also, the grip is very rounded, shaped like a broom handle, so in the West, people prefer to call it the Broomhandle pistol. Besides those names, it has another nickname, the Red 9. That's a specific variant, not the one we're restoring here. So many nicknames also show how popular this pistol was. What we've removed here is the firing pin. Judging by its condition, the front tip looks broken off. A complete firing pin should look like this. Because of the C96's unique internals, the pin moves along with the bolt. So a break at the tip like this may not seriously affect firing. That said, if possible, you should still replace or repair the pin. At this point, Gen G has finished the full disassembly. You can see that, big or small, inside and out, corrosion is severe. So he'll use both chemical and mechanical methods to remove rust from every part. First, the small parts go into a neutral rust remover for a chemical soak. For the larger parts, he'll use sandblasting. For mechanical rust removal, the blasting media used here is glass beads. After blasting is done, the rust is basically gone, but unfortunately, the original markings were stripped away too. Shining a flashlight down the bore, we can also see there's some corrosion in the barrel, with the rifling almost gone. Typically, this barrel has 4 right-hand grooves, and the Red 9's grooves are a bit deeper. Moving on to the next step. First, Gen Gay will soak everything in a rust remover solution to clean out corrosion. Then, into the tank, he adds some sodium peroxide, creating the needed alkaline bath. A heater is placed under the vessel. Next, he adds potassium nitrate, which decomposes in the hot caustic bath, releasing oxidizing components that act as the oxidizer. With that, the hot caustic bluing solution is ready. Now he can put all parts that need bluing into the bath for hot decaustic bluing. Important details: keep the temperature at 135, 150 degrees Celsius, 275, 302 degrees Fahrenheit, and soak the parts for about 10-30 minutes. After bluing, rinse in a mild acid bath to neutralize leftover caustic and prevent over-corrosion. Since this is a blued finish, for better protection, you can give the parts an oil soak to leave a protective film. The principle here is that in a hot alkaline environment, the steel surface reacts with the oxidizer, forming a dense magnetite Fe3, o 4 layer. Compared with other bluing methods, this immersion hot bluing covers more completely with a more even color. Most parts are blued. A few parts will instead get a polish at this stage. Now, all the components are ready, and we can move on to final assembly. While we work, let's talk about the story behind this broom handle. Back in 1908, at the time, the German service sidearm wasn't the Mauser C96, but the Luger P08. When World War I broke out, the Army faced a serious pistol shortage. To fill the gap, the Mauser C96 was taken into service, but the Army required that C96 seconds, originally in 7.6, 3 times 25 millimeters, be standardized to 9 millimeters, parabellum. To avoid mixing the two calibers, they carved a big 9 into the grips of the 9 millimeters guns and painted it red, hence Red 9. Beyond caliber differences, the wooden holster ray stock could be attached to the back of the grip, turning it into a stock carbine. A very clever design. After World War I, as defeated Germany, under the Treaty of Versailles, many C96 seconds were retired or modified. Barrels were shortened, and calibers reverted to 7.63. These refurbished pistols were exported in large numbers to China. In China at the time, owning a semi-auto broomhandle was a symbol of status and power. With the grip panels installed, this once discarded German Mauser C96 semi-automatic pistol is now fully restored. Here's a before Hound and after comparison. Next, we'll prep classic septini kablelis 63-20 mm mo, and the stripper clip needed to load it, then head to a legal range overseas for a live fire demo. To prevent a catastrophic failure, we'll clamp the pistol in a vise for the first test. This pistol uses an internal magazine. To load it, lock the bolt open, insert the stripper clip, and press the rounds down. Once everything's ready, we'll step back and tug a cord to pull the trigger. The first shot fires smoothly, but it doesn't eject, so the second round can't chamber. Opening the action, we find the case stuck in the chamber. Likely the worn chamber let the case expand too much on firing, so it seized in place and the extractor couldn't grab it, preventing ejection. Even with extra oil, it still sticks and won't eject. Faced with this, there's not much Jenga can do on site, unless he used some editing magic to fake a rapid fire montage. That's it for today's restoration. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and we'll say bye-bye for now. Once again, thanks for visiting Max's restoration workshop. Bye-bye. Bye.